Little Women begins during the American Civil War in Massachusetts, where the four March sisters Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy live with their mother, Marmee. Their father is away serving as a chaplain in the Union Army. The girls struggle with poverty and long for nicer things, but Marmee teaches them to value kindness, humility, and family over wealth. Despite their financial hardships, the March home is filled with love and laughter. Meg, the eldest, is gentle and responsible, working as a governess to help support the family. Jo, the second oldest, is a tomboyish and ambitious writer who dreams of independence and literary success. Beth is shy, selfless, and loves music, while the youngest, Amy, is artistic and somewhat vain but eager to improve herself. Each girl has personal flaws to overcome, and Marmee encourages them to grow into little women by learning from their experiences. Their lives change when they meet Laurie, Theodore Lawrence, the wealthy and charming boy next door. Laurie becomes like a brother to the March sisters, sharing in their joys and adventures. Jo and Laurie, in particular, form a close friendship based on shared humor and energy. The Marches also befriend Laurie's grandfather, Mr. Lawrence, who becomes fond of Beth and gifts her a piano. Throughout the story, the sisters learn lessons about love, work, and maturity. Meg struggles with her desire for luxury and learns that true happiness comes from simplicity and love rather than material comfort. Jo battles her temper and ambition, determined to find a way to make her mark in the world without sacrificing her independence. Beth quietly teaches everyone around her through her goodness and compassion. Amy learns humility and grace as she matures from a vain child into a thoughtful young woman. As time passes, Meg marries John Brooke, Laurie's tutor, and becomes the first to leave home. She learns that married life, though full of love, also brings challenges. Jo moves to New York City to pursue her writing career, where she meets Professor Bear, a kind, older man who challenges her to write with moral purpose instead of sensationalism. Meanwhile, Amy travels to Europe with Aunt March to study art and becomes more refined and mature. Tragedy strikes when Beth's health begins to decline. Having never fully recovered from a scarlet fever she caught while helping a poor family, Beth grows weaker over time. Her quiet courage and gentle spirit deeply affect her sisters, especially Jo, who nurses her devotedly. Beth's eventual death leaves a lasting mark on the family, teaching them about the fragility of life and the enduring strength of love. While in Europe, Amy reunites with Laurie, who has been heartbroken after Jo rejects his marriage proposal. Over time, Amy and Laurie fall in love, realizing that they complement each other in ways Jo and Laurie never could. They marry and return home, bringing joy to the family and strengthening the bond between the Marches and the Lawrences. Jo, mourning Beth and reflecting on her life, gradually matures in her outlook. She realizes that love and companionship are not weaknesses but parts of a fulfilling life. Professor Bear visits the Marches, and their friendship deepens into mutual affection. Eventually, Jo marries him and helps him open a boys' school called Plumfield, where she channels her energy and ideals into nurturing young minds. Little Women closes on a hopeful note, showing that maturity does not mean abandoning dreams but reshaping them through love, sacrifice, and compassion. The sisters' journeys reflect universal themes of growth, family, and womanhood. Through laughter, loss, and love, the March family proves that true wealth lies not in possessions but in the hearts of those who care for one another.